Good afternoon, gamers. In this video, I'm going to showcase how I personally use Master Merchant and Awesome Guild Store to make gold via mat flipping. Flipping is essentially buying something for under its current selling price and reselling it at the normal Master Merchant price. Add-ons make this really easy. You can flip just about any item in the game, but I always recommend materials for new flippers. Materials sell really fast, and they don't require you to keep up with the market as much as, say, motifs or plans or even furnishings. These are considered relatively safe flips, as they will sell as long as they are priced properly. Alright, so the first thing to note is that this method does require Master Merchant or Arcanist Trade Tools if you use that, and it also requires Awesome Guild Store. I do not personally use Tamriel Trade Center or TTC often for this method. If you need help setting up any of these add-ons, please let me know, and I will happily sit down with you in Discord and help you get them set up. Alright, so we are going to start off by looking at our settings. So our Master Merchant settings. A lot of these settings are completely, it's completely up to you on how you want to set it up, if you want them opened with mail, whatever. But we're going to scroll down here to calculation display options. What this is going to show you, this is what your price numbers are going to be based on in the store. So for me, I recommend for mat flipping 7 days. You want to see what mats are selling for this week. You don't really care about what they're selling for last week. Mats can tend to be a little bit volatile depending on the time of the year, the events that are going on, all that good stuff. So you want to know what they're selling for right now because most likely your mats are going to sell within 24 to 48 hours. Alright, so another one that you're going to want to look at, we're going to point out this deal calculator options. Alright, so as you can see here, these are reasonable, good, great, buy it deal ranges. Alright, so your reasonable deal range is going to be 25% off. This is where you are most likely going to find all of your flips. You're going to want your deal calculator type to be average. Other tooltip options, you're going to want your graph on, you're going to want your pricing information. I like Bonanza, so I leave that on. Crafting cost info, that's nice if you're flipping something else. Level quality selectors, this isn't really mat flipping, but it's definitely something I recommend turning on. It's great for gear flipping if you ever get into that. Ignore outlier prices. You're going to want this on. What this does is, it does exactly what it says. It is going to ignore that one Jejota that sold for 100,000 gold yesterday. It's going to look at that price, that selling price, and it's going to say, you know what, that is so high, we're going to ignore that. So that's not going to be included into your Master Merchant average. The rest of these, inventory values, I really like seeing inventory values in my inventory, which I will show you why later. And then you're going to want display profit filter on. Alright, so now that we've gone over settings, we are going to look at the guild store setup. Alright, so we're going to go into guild store, and alright, so my guild store setup, I'm going to, alright, so I have my quality range set from green to gold, and my deal range set from green to gold. So what this tells me is I am in the mat tab here. I am only looking at green quality to gold quality mats. So you're talking about your flowers, your mushrooms, your jewelry grains, your upgrade mats such as grain solvent and rosin and all of that good stuff. That's what you're primarily looking at. Your deal range is going to tell you that as long as the range is green or above, it is a safe buy, which I will show you, of course, what I mean. So that's what this tab does. You can set it up however you want. You know, for I have one for furnishing mats. You know, of course, your quality range, because furnishing mats are white, you would just set that all the way down. But I still have the deal range at green to gold. Trait mats, style mats, and then I even have an all mats tab when I'm looking to buy everything from flowers to, you know, unrefined, you know, ore. Okay. So one of the first things that I want to tell you guys is that the one of the common misconceptions with flipping is that you need a large amount of capital to start. And I am telling you that is incorrect. When I first started flipping, I only had about 100K. That is it. Um, it, it was at a time where, you know, of course, you know, having 5 mil was amazing. Um, and, you know, you were richy rich. But yeah, you don't need a ton of gold. So I've pulled out 250K, and that is what we're going to go spend. And I'm going to just kind of show you how quickly I can go through the zones, and you know, find flips and how I find them. So for me, I personally like to use this is an add-on called Dogoblan's Lazy Farmer. I like to keep my flips separate from my craft bag. So what this does is you click Save Bag, and anything that was in your craft bag up until right now is saved there. So I click Save Craft Bag. We're gonna close window, and we're gonna go flip. We're gonna look only for quality range, fine to legendary. Okay. We're going to ignore the J Joda because it is, it's a pretty common one and everybody has a ton. Same with your pitch, embroidery, tarpon, we're going to ignore all of that. I'm in those guilds, so I just looked at their stores. Okay, so nothing there. Moving on. Nothing there. Moving on. We're going to buy these flowers. So the nice thing about map flipping is everything stacks. So I am able to get through about all of the main cities, all of the zones in 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what exactly I am flipping. If I am flipping these green to golds, it's going to be closer to like 40 minutes. But if I'm looking at the all mats tab, it takes a little bit longer. But everything stacks, which is why I like this method. Turn plating, definitely. We're going to ignore the Rakuda, even though it's purple. We don't really care about that. We are primarily looking for the flowers, the mushrooms, your turn, zircons, upgrade mats such as Drew Wax, Grain Solvent. That's what we're looking for. We're actually going to go ahead and start a little bit closer to the bottom because I already did those zones earlier today from the top.
I've got what you
Stinkhorn, yes please. Nothing else. And we are just going to keep going until we spend this, you know, this 250K. Hopefully it doesn't take, you know, this doesn't make it turn into a 30-minute video. But, Alright, so we have cleared out Rift in there. When it comes to flipping, I definitely recommend that um, you set a budget for yourself, especially if you're a new flipper, you don't 100% know what you're doing. Set a budget for yourself. There's no reason for you to break yourself or be risky. So like I said, today our budget is 250K. Oh, sometimes that happens and you just got to back out of the store and go back in. Okay, so nothing there. I think we already searched these. Alright, and we're gonna go to Somerset.
I heard the high
Nothing there.
Need to see the wares?
There we go. Nice, some green solvent. Ooh, very nice. Nope, we didn't quite get that columbine. Something to note that I did not say earlier. So when you are flipping, normally you have to calculate in the 8% that the game is going to take away. You have a 1% listing fee for everything that you list. And then the game takes 3.5% in guild taxes, which the guild masters do not set. And then the other 3.5% just kind of goes into like this money sinkhole. So the nice thing about this is it's really, you don't have to think about it. As long as it's green or above, you know that you are making a profit. So the thing is that this percentage here, it does not take into account that 8%. So this 34%, would actually be, 26% or so in profit. But because it's green and it's above 8%, you know that you're making the profit.
No need for
Ooh, very nice, very nice. So Brevez Juice and Frost Mirum, they are wonderful. They sell really quick. I just personally am not going to spend my money on them right now. Right, and we probably have enough gold to go look at least in one more town, so we're going to go to Wayrest.
Can I help you?
Alright, nothing there. Go unstable unicorns. There we go. Just buy it all. My crab chitin.
Come and do business.
The Marmer would have just anything I can.
Fleshfly larva, even though it's an alchemy material, I don't have great, it doesn't sell very fast for me, so we're gonna ignore that. Whew! Now this is what you call flips, right here. This is fantastic. Now unfortunately, we do not have enough money to buy all of this. Normally what I personally would do is I would go pull out more money, because I know that that all of this would sell. However, we're going to go ahead and assume that that you don't have that option. So I'm just it might be best if you want to sit there and figure out exactly what out of all of this is going to net you the most. I personally am going to go for the mountain flower because I can get a large amount of that. Yep. Okay, so we spent just about the full 250K. So we are going to grab all of our mats. Remember, we had this nifty difty little add-on here. So we're gonna pull all of these that we just bought. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, and then we're going to press get items, and it is going to retrieve everything that we got mat-wise from the time that we pressed save bag in the beginning of this video. Alright, so about 100K. We'll have to take 8% off of this, but if you can't see it, the total number that it says here is 351,567. Currently, this video has been going for 16 minutes and 37 seconds, and we've been flipping for probably about 7-8 minutes or so. Alright, so we're going to go. I'm going to show you how to list these. We're going to go to Vardenfell because we love Vardenfell. Alright, so we're going to press get items again because traveling sticks everything back into your craft bag. And running. Alright, guild store. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and list here in spicy economics because we will be able to see exactly what it's going to be. Alright, so sell this. Alright, so this here is why I like the inventory values, because I can say, okay, I want to list all of the most expensive ones in this guild first. So I want to list it here in AAA first because I love AAA. Alright, so zircon grains. Literally, you just select full quality or quantity, and then you select Master Merchant price. Master Merchant price is what you picked these up based on your Master Merchant price. So, list item. As you can see here, let's see, purchase view. Alright, so we bought each of these zircon grains. Excuse me while I figure this out. Alright, zircon grains. Alright, so we bought 2 zircon grains here, for 24,500 gold. We are going to make a profit after listing fee and house cut and all of that. We are making a profit of a little over 10K per 2 grains. Alright, so we're just going to select full quality or quantity. There I go again. Select Master Merchant price, list item. Same thing with this. Oh, I don't have enough money to list, so we're going to pull a couple. I'm going to pull like 25,000 out of the bank. We're going to go guild store, back in. Alright, so Lady Smock, same thing, full stack. Now here's where it goes. Some people will tell you that when it comes to mats, you have to list in very specific quantities. You have to list in 25, 50, 100, 200, and I am telling you that you absolutely do not. Mats sell, period. It doesn't matter if it is this, 9 mudcrab chitin, or this 1 turn plating, or this 2 beetle scuttle. It is going to sell. When I log on tomorrow, all of this will have sold. No matter what. No matter the quantity. So, we're just gonna, it's as simple as this. Select your full quantity, select your Master Merchant price, and just keep going. Right, and now onto the next store. And I'm going to list everything. Everything that I picked up, because again, they are mats and they will sell. A lot of people will look at this and go, but Ehorn, 2 beetle scuttle? Really? Yeah, yeah. In the right location, such as Mournhold or Vivek, this 2 beetle scuttle is going to sell absolutely no problem. The concern, you know, for listing this weird little number maybe comes in more at places like like if you don't have a high tier trade locations such as Mournhold, Vivek, you know, the Elden Root, Wayrest. This, you know, 2 is going to be harder to sell because just because this is a test video. All right. Well, I hope that you all learned a little bit of something. Please let me know if you have any questions. And yeah. Blah, 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 blah.